Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my base. My face is my common sense. I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty. Under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's some very fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people like marijuana, people who are just fakers and shakers of liberalism and libertarianism. If you have any comments, questions, or insults or roast, let's put it down below. Right. And of course, if you lie, you die. Okay. Of course, snitches lead to ditches. Okay. And I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Now, okay, to those guys out there who follow me, thank you very much for following me. I really much appreciate it. Please understand that I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Just the other day, okay. Now, I'm gonna talk about two things today. I told you these videos are therapeutic to me, so you can take it with a grain of salt or you do not. Listener's discretion is advised. I'm your friendly neighborhood Sexologist, but I'm gonna talk about two things. Once again, I'm gonna talk about bullying and protecting yourself. Again, I keep saying this over and over to you guys. Get out of marriage while you still can. If you're in a marriage commitment and you think she loves you, you better just tell your wife and say, hey, I'd like to get a divorce in this go because I fear that you may change. Because it's usually the women who make the decision to go to the courts when things don't go their way. We already discussed this, y'all guys. I keep telling you, marriage is not important in Western countries or developed countries. Which the Shaka Zulus did in Africa. They had multiple wives, and there was really no problems, man. And that's the only tribe that I know that will ever do polygyny and get away with it. The Indian tribes didn't do such a thing, okay? So I know they're a different type of race and a different breed, okay? But protect yourself, you guys. You got to protect yourself. Get out while you still can. This is not a time to be shacking up with females. This is not a time to be having great commitments because women are unstable. This is the year of Lilith. Because in 2019, I told my wife, 2020 will be the last year for you. So you got a chance to fix things up. And, I told her some harsh things, harsh realities. For women, it's going to go downhill because all this child support and shit will be irrelevant in 2021. All that shit is going to be gone. And I'm telling you right now in advance. I believe that Trump is going to get reelected. Okay? I think Trump is going to get reelected. I didn't vote. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have this country by a white order, okay, of things. Because, in other countries, and most minority countries, they don't do too well if there's no white folks there. I'm just being honest. I may sound like I'm far alt-right, okay, like Richard Spencer, okay? Just don't get me wrong. I believe in fucking Marcus Garvey syndrome. I believe in, a lot of everything. I believe in a lot of things. There's a lot of truths in a lot of things. But when it comes to marrying, and then I'm going to talk about bullying too as well. I'm going to talk about a scenario that happened to me yesterday. And you're going to have to use your cameras a lot, guys. You're going to have secret cameras set up. Everything you do. I made a video about the fucking camera. I swear to God. You got to record the face. Who is the person? Who's the perpetrator? You record the shit that's going on. Record their personality, their characteristics. Anything by secret. Use your camera if you're unsure about things. You better be paranoid. What did I tell you? Even pimps and sugar daddies are in danger. Motherfucker. And you don't want to listen to the real big daddy, that's me, okay? And I'm a good looking man, okay? And I don't have problems with women. Because 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Okay, I'm like, Jesus Christ, you heard that song by Jay-Z, okay? And he's married, okay? So he does have a problem, guys. If you messing with a bitch, you're going to have a problem. She ain't paying up, you got a problem. That's what women do to you guys, okay? So why would you... Oh my goodness, man, that irritates me so much when you already know the ploy. Women be pimping out the men like there ain't shit, okay? I'm like, Jesus Christ. At least I didn't fall for the shit. At least I get paid from my wife for services rendered. I don't got that kind of problem. I said, when you come in this country and anything, I'm not responsible for your death, your doom. I'm here on candid camera. I am schizo. I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna. They arrest me, then we going backwards. The whole process is gonna be a waste of time. Because they ain't gonna have no evidence when your body disappear. I'm not responsible, okay? I tell women this in advance. I say, I am not playing with you. No courts. If I smack you in your head, you did something wrong. And that's all you're gonna receive. Don't get your family. I don't even deal with family with fucking. I don't deal with family, women with huge families. That's a collateral damage thing. You gotta watch that shit. I'd rather go overseas and deal with a father over there rather than deal with a father who's in America somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's best that y'all guys to get out of these marriages because I see so many guys are filing for divorce and shit, okay? I hope they are going to file for divorce, but women are still going to be doing it more, okay? Because they want to take advantage of white daddy syndrome. They are going to do that. So let me talk about something else now here. So that's a warning to you guys. Cover your ass. Get your cameras out. You got to record things, you guys. Have 2 cameras on standby just in case. You got to be fucking paranoid. Now, I'm going to tell you about something that happened to me yesterday. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm also going to teach you something here, how to handle little badass kids on the court. But be careful of your surroundings, though. Some little bad motherfuckers, like if you go to Harlem and Compton and shit, they might have carry some pieces and some weapons on them. Said you got to watch that shit. They can't shoot, so 9 times out of 10, they ain't going to be shooting you, okay? But you got to watch it because you got to watch your back. You got to watch your surroundings, man. This is how I handled my situation when I was at the court yesterday. And people thought, I asked a couple people what I should have done. And I'm like, I don't like being bullied on. And I'm schizo. I don't have time for it. I don't care who the fuck it is. Really, I don't have time for it. And if you train your kids the wrong way, they end up disappearing. That's your fault. Okay? Because me, I got shit run. My voices be running and shit. I'm thinking about kidnapping the kid and chopping body parts up. The shit goes through my head when I got a little bastard kid talking shit. And then they can't handle the shit that they dish out, and then they want to take a physical action. So this is what happened. So this kid was like talking shit. We all having fun. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? Everybody having fun. Okay? And so this kid was a little fat Hershey chocolate Twinkie eating motherfucker, you know. He had titties too, so he's only 13 years old. Only 13 years old. And he had his friend with him in the court. And then I was like, you know, talking shit. And these kids probably were adopted. I don't know what happened. I don't give a fuck if they was not trained or not by a parent. I don't give a fuck. I'll teach them a lesson. I would do it. Okay? Because these motherfuckers need to be... They need to be in prison for a little bit. Just for a little while to see what their actions can cause if they take physical action, you know. And I try to tell them and say, we can have roast fest. We can go do all that stuff. That's no problem. But if I'm winning, don't get mad and throw my basketball off the court. If I'm winning... Don't kick my daughter's ball, okay? Okay, you are a big fat little motherfucker, okay? Little Hershey Kisses little motherfucker. And they all smiling when I said to them, hey, I'm going to take your phones, okay? Now, these motherfuckers, like, they can't run from me. So I'm like, I can see everything they're doing. It's 2 little motherfuckers talking out, yak, 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 yak. And if I take your phone, then you're going to have to get an adult. So that's exactly what's going to happen. So now they leaving me alone now. But I'm going to say, you... Record the things that's going on in the court. That's what I do, okay? Number 2, if they touch your shit, take something of theirs, okay? Get the adult involved. And if the adult pops up, you got to wait for them to say something wrong. Like, I don't care what... Once that adult says, I don't care what they do, then you make sure you make yourself very clear. If they touch my shit, I'm taking her phone. So we're going to have... You better bring out some more people, because I know where you live at now. We got a little problem here, and you better fix your attitude as well, because you ain't training your child to be proper or nice on this court here. We just having fun and he's just going rampant all over the place. You got to contain your child. So that's what I did, and everything was squashed real quick. So if you don't do nothing about bullying, especially that type of shit, they'll keep doing it. They'll keep doing it. If you don't put your foot forward, you may have to get the authorities to do it. You might have to get a grown adult, okay? Because I tell kids all the time, I don't talk on the court. Once you start making fun of me, your feelings get hurt. I'm out of that shit. I try my best to tell you, if you making fun of me, I'm making fun of you. Okay? You know, it happens. And some people are afraid of little kids. I'm not afraid of little kids, but I wouldn't do that shit in New York. If I see a bad mouth little kid and shit, and they be having guns and shit, you just got to be careful, you guys. And to protect yourself, get out of marriage and beware of the bullies and shit. This light is really nice here. I'm going to the basketball court to this bitch, you play basketball, and kids just want to start running their mouth and say, you can't shoot, you hit the hook shot, you're lucky, you're gay. I'm like, your mama's gay, your mama's a tranny. Okay, and then they get all mad and shit and start touching shit of yours, and then I'm like, oh, no, we're not going to have that here. And then I got my daughters running around the court, and that's kind of toxic, okay, when you got people who can't handle fire with fire, okay, and then they get their families involved, and I'm like, I can handle that too, because I'm a crazy man, and I will fuck everybody up. I will stab as many people as I can, okay, if you fuck with my life, okay, and then the police will come and arrest me, and then I'll go through the courts, and then they won't even show up for court. And that's the terrible thing. They won't even show up for court. Let my ass back out. Can't wait, man. But other than that, protect yourself. Make sure you make yourself well known. I tell people in the court, I'm crazy. I'm really crazy. I got my medication here. You can record it. Just leave me alone. Don't mess with me. Nobody fucks with me. I'm just being honest. It's minding my business. Don't say shit to me if you ain't ready for a response. Okay. Just like a lot of motherfucking knuckleheads on the internet. I said, you a fighter, right? You say you like Debo. Okay. Someone said, put your money where your house. Like you go with my ass. Okay. Put some money there. Okay, I ain't got no money, but you put some money, I'm just gonna bet you. If I lose, I just get my ass kicked, okay? And I'm not gonna call the cops on you. I want you to kick my ass if you don't like me, okay? But Jesus Christ, if I beat you, okay, then you at least give me the money, okay? But these people aren't honest these days. They want to use weapons and knives and shit like that. Like in the pussies in the hood, okay? These motherfuckers, when you try to make fun of them or talk about some shit, they want to pull out a weapon. Those are the most pussiest motherfuckers in the world. Trust me on that. Anyone who can't fight fire with fire is a waste of time. It's like you can do it, but then you gotta be careful of your surroundings, because they will take your life, and then next thing you know, they get karma later on in their life, and then you got to start all over in this world, this hellish world again. But it's a beautiful, nightmarish world. Remember that. Heaven and hell is what you make it. And I'm at 12 minutes, you guys. So there's 2 topics in this video. Some crazy shit happened to me yesterday. I'm going back there because I love the excitement, okay? Because I'm like, yo, man, I'm just minding this. You know where I live at? I live more in the suburban area, but in some areas, there's some minorities. There's even some... Whites don't fuck with me out here. But blacks, they tend to fuck with me. It seems like when they got the little... light skinned little black motherfuckers, they tend to they like to try to instigate stuff. They're instigators, and then I can handle the instigators. I can't wait till there's whole many of them, and I'll be chasing them. They be all smiling like it's a joke until I catch one of them, and then they got to get their parents and shit, and then the things get fixed out. Okay, and they're like, hey, I heard you. Yeah. Calm your voice first, man. Calm your voice, and then I'm like calm as fuck. I'm like, calm. This one guy cut me off on the street and shit, and he's all screaming at me. I'm like, I'm gonna be like calming down like this, okay? I'm like looking at him like, your voice is kind of too high, okay? I don't respond too well from your voice. And then I'm really calm, okay? Calm, okay? And then if you take a step towards me, it's time for your ass to be whipped. Other than that, y'all guys especially, be careful. Be careful. You got no backup. You're fucking yourself. Get out of marriage as soon as possible. I'm speaking as an indigo child, Asperger's, schizoaffective individual. I am telling you, get out of there now. Okay, as you see this fucking Deadpool, I'm the assassin with a plastin, okay? Which that doesn't make any sense, okay? With the mastin, okay? I'm Deadpool, okay? The merc with the fucking mouth, okay? Peace.